Hey traders, John Howell here. I want to talk to you about what I believe is one of the greatest investment opportunities that's going to happen right now underneath our feet, and why I believe that this is just, oh my goodness, I believe this is one of the greatest opportunities we're going to see through this decade. But on the short term, we'll probably have a lot of turbulences happening. But on that long term, I'm going to share with you exactly what this is all about. Let's get straight into it. Don't place a trade based on what you'll see in this video because there is no guarantees of making a profit in the market. It takes you a long time to become a good trader. So this video here is just to educate you to become a much better trader. Alrighty, traders. So let's get straight into it. So if you haven't guessed, the markets are what I call the metals and the miners. I truly believe that this is what I truly believe that this is going to be one of the greatest sort of investment opportunities, but also trading opportunities as well too, if you know what to look for and what to do. Okay, if you do need help, guys, see that trading course on the screen there right now. I'm giving away free access to that. So that first thing in the description there, guys, click on that. You get free access to that. Also, the first video that you get after you put in your email address to get that free trading course, I'm actually taking on a massive live trading challenge, and I'm allowing you to see all the details of my strategy. I'm going to allow you to watch me. So if you're interested in joining me and watching me take on what I believe is one of the greatest live trading challenges ever, first link in the description there, guys, click on that, go put your email address in, get the free trading course, and on the very first video, you're going to learn more about this live trading challenge that I'm doing, and I'm going to teach you my strategy I'm using, and also exactly how I'm taking that on. So let's talk about this here. So on a short-term level basis here, guys, what I'm looking at here from gold, on a short-term level basis, on a technical level basis, what we can see here with gold is that there's two different things here from a short-term technical level basis. Okay, now sometimes the market's giving us clear technical analysis and patterns. Okay. And sometimes it's not. So right now, what we're getting here on a short-term level basis on the daily chart is this. We're getting a high and we're getting a lower high here. We haven't broken this low yet, so there's no one really in control here. We have more overall upward trend through here, but we have just been going overall sideways through here on gold. Now, this is the short-term level here, okay? So I'm gonna break this down from short-term TA and then break it down to some more TA in a minute. But then I'm going to start bring back the big picture here as well too, and some key numbers and key areas that I believe that's important to us. Now, one of the big things when I'm trading the markets myself is I always want to be looking at the big picture. Is always telling us what's happening. Okay, is this just a pullback in the markets, or is there something different? So what I like to do myself is I like to go to the weekly charts. Okay, so and if you've been following me now for the last couple of months, you know I talk about the L-shaped pattern. Okay, the L-shaped pattern in the stock market or any market. So we have the L-shaped pattern like this, like that. Okay, or the upside down L-shaped pattern, like up, down. Right? It's what's called the L-shaped pattern, right? The L-shaped setup. And whenever the market starts to produce this type of pattern, not straight up, straight down, but straight down and then sideways, what tends to happen is we produce another move down. We produce them up, sideways, and then we produce another move up, right? So, but sometimes when you have the up move, and you can have like that, or you can have the up move and you can have more like this here, right? So something like that. So if I bring up this is the gold weekly chart now, and you can see in the past. Look at this here again, guys. This is what trading is all about. And by the way, guys, the way that I trade is exactly what I'm teaching you here. Right? I look for this. That's what trading is all about. It's all about just identifying these patterns that work, and then just being patient enough to wait for those things. Which I know some of you guys can't wait 20 seconds. Some of you guys are like, so it's like I call a slingshot pattern, and you're like the next day, John, it hasn't happened to. I did a slingshot pattern video yesterday. If you guys haven't seen that. And you bumblebees in the chat box are like, John, slingshot pattern didn't happen. I'm like, one day, overall, a slingshot pattern is this, guys. When the market goes down like this, and then suddenly it starts to have a nice move up like this, it starts to move up like that nicely, right? If this is a daily chart, guess what? That's probably about 2 to 4 weeks worth of movement. So don't get your knickers in a knot now. All right. So, but again, guys, my trading is really simple. I'm not trying to be smart here, and I don't want you. And if you're trying to be smart, right? You're trying to be clever, and you're using the technical, and you're using the fundamentals, and using the headlines and all that sort of stuff. When you're trading, you're probably losing a lot of money. Okay, me. Trading is quite simple, where I just have my pattern that I look for, and then obviously have my trading checklist and my rules to qualify it and entry signals and so on and so forth, right? But remember I said before about the L-shaped pattern. Well, look at this back here. What did we have back here, right? And again, guys, this is why it's so powerful when we start to see this pattern. And this is why, guys, for me personally, look at this here. Straight up. Do you notice the upside down L-shaped pattern? Look at that there. What happened? Boom. Look what happened. It actually happened again, and then we went up, right? And then we went through this gyration through here. But look at this here. Upside down L-shaped pattern, upside down L-shaped pattern on the weekly charts, right? So again, guys, like trading, you guys are really complicating it way too much, okay? When it comes down to your actual trading here. Because as you can see, right, what am I using here? I'm just using the chart itself. I don't have stochastics, RSIs, MACDs. You know, I do use a moving average as well too. But really, it comes back down to the chart. And when you can start to really simplify it and stop trying to be smart, like, oh, I need to know you guys have got the RSI, the MACDs, the stochastics, I'm telling you right now, traders, okay? I've been trading markets for 19 years. And if you can just simplify the process, I'm trying to help you here. I'm not trying to be arrogant or something like that. Okay, like my last 2 weeks, I've had 10 trades, 100% success rate, and I've had a phenomenal trading last 2 weeks here. So I'm not coming across as an arrogant point of view. No, right? I'm coming across because I'm trying to show you guys, I'm doing something right. I'm doing well, and I want to share with you. If you really want to do well, and you can throw your ego out the window, I'm trying to share with you like. Maybe you overcomplicating it is actually confusing you, and the confusion is now stopping you from moving forward. See, for me, I'm just looking for upside down L-shaped patterns. The purpose of me bringing that up is what is happening right now on the big picture here on this. Is this just another upside down L-shaped pattern? Now we're starting to bring this in here, right? Now we don't know exactly what it's going to be yet, but we'll start to get a good idea over the next couple of weeks. I reckon the next couple of weeks to a month, right? So look at this here. What do we have? We have an up. See how we're getting that sort of angle through there, right? So again, we have up, and then if it's up, it's not straight down. That's what we don't want to see, right? We don't want to see that. What do we want to see? We want to see up, and then slow, sort of a slow sideways, maybe slightly down. Strong up, slow sideways, slightly down, and then we tend to get that sort of move, right? So what are we getting here right now? So if gold does hold here, and we start to get maybe something like this, and then maybe we start to pick back up again like that, then guess what? Oh, yeah, now the market's telling us that, yes, this was just one of those patterns before we start to pick back up. And if we do start to pick back up like that there, well, then we're probably going to do what? Low, higher low, and this is going to be another significant higher low in the markets. So this is where on a short-term technical basis, it's like we're going to have to wait and see, because if we wait, we see, but we also can anticipate that this may be coming. Guess what? Now we can look for good trading opportunities, right? It's like, oh, this actually may be coming around the corner over the next couple of weeks. So if there's next couple of weeks, I would need to be alert and patient on this thing to keep it really eye on. This is what's amazing about this stuff that I'm teaching right now, guys, right? Because I may not have a trading opportunity today, but guess what? I'm having this pattern to tell me, oh, there may be a good trading opportunity coming around in this week. It could be the next couple of weeks. I don't know, but I need to keep an eye on it. And then say, boom, I take a trade. 2 weeks later, I make money. And then suddenly I got lucky, right? It's like, well, it's not really luck, right? It's just this is one of the patterns I use to help me anticipate where a trade may be coming. And especially when you get these really good pullback on the chart, on these daily charts, then guess what? When I get these big pullbacks on these weekly charts here, then guess what I do? Well, I'm then going down to the daily charts, and then and let me just screen back to here, and guess what? When I'm going down to the daily charts, now I'm actually looking for a setup on, that's the weekly chart as the big picture there, right? But then I'm going down to my daily charts to say, okay then, look at this here. Remember that was that sideways period through there? Oh. Actually, I'll just draw a trend line through there, right? So remember that this period through here was what? This period through here was that slow movement on the weekly chart, right? Once we started to break up, we went for a nice move. Up, right? Then look what happened. Oh, we went through another nice period. See how, see what happens here, guys. Right? We go through a good. What is that? Right? What is that? From there to there. Look at that there, guys. Right? We actually spent 2 months going sideways, not doing much, and then bam, a nice big breakout. What do we have here? Right? We had what? Yeah, just over 2 months again, and bam, a nice breakout. Now that's a really good trading opportunity. Right? So I'm personally not trying to trade. And by the way, guys, the worst thing you want to be doing is trying to trade when the market is going through that pullback phase, that sort of L-shaped pattern phase. If you're trying to trade this level through here, guys, you're going to get chewed up and spit out. I don't try to trade that. I don't try to trade this here. Okay. You will see in my trading system that, again, that first thing in the description there, guys, on that free trading course, you can see my trading system there. Now, if you do need actually more help, you want actually more guidance on a daily basis, and you really need to know exactly what the type of trading system I use and so on and so forth. That second link in the description there, guys, I want you to click on that and go fill out the application form, and I'll call you to see if you're a good fit and for me to actually coach you every single day. Okay, daily coaching, and I'll be able to hold your hand every single day. If you really want to start getting your trading sorted, and you really want to start getting this in, then every day I will be coaching you and helping you and showing you what I'm doing, so you too can start to finally get this when it comes down to trading. Okay, so that's what I'm looking at through there. And then now, as you can see, let me go back to here. Right, as you can see, is like what's going to happen through here on that big picture there. Okay, so that's what I'm looking at through there. Now, on a big macro level scale picture, guys, when it comes down to these massive long-term charts and so on and so forth, and what's happening here on gold, I truly believe, guys, that we're heading into a recession. Okay, we're heading into a recession. We know that. But I truly believe that the recession that is going to come, they're going to print a lot of money. And with that printing of a lot of money, okay, with the printing of a lot of money, that is going to cause another reflation in the markets. Okay, so and we see this so many times. It's actually pretty obvious to see what is actually going on with that, right? It's really obvious, but these things really take time. Inflation ticked up a little bit. Oh no, it's all over. Anyway, look at this here. Boom, 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 boom. Okay, so if you can see what's coming, guys, you can see what's coming. What is coming? Look at this here. Inflationary. When we get inflationary problems, we get 2 spikes. Inflationary problems, 2 spikes. If we get right now, we're going through an inflationary problems. Look at this here. Spike number 1. Boom, boom, boom. Spike number 2. Spike number 1, boom, 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 boom. Spike number 2. Spike number 1, boom, 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 boom. Spike number 2. It's actually quite a simple process, right? Now, I'm looking at the big picture here, okay? So, what's going to cause that next reflation? The exact same thing that causes the first inflation, right? Printing of money. So, you really see the pieces coming together. So, we know that the recession's coming. Now, I'm talking big picture here, guys, not that short-term TA stuff that I'm talking about here from a trading perspective or looking at chart patterns or the L-shaped pattern, okay? Which, by the way, the L-shaped pattern is phenomenal, especially when you get it on the charts, right? It's like, here we go, right? Now, with that L-shaped pattern, by the way, guys, that's the L-shaped pattern, but I also then have like a qualifier of the exact bar I look to get in on and the risk management and then letting my profits run, all that sort of stuff. And so we could see that's what's happening here. So if we can see what's happening through, that's what's likely to happen. If I go back to my charts here on gold, we can actually see that probably gold is likely to see an extraordinary quality move to the upside, right? An extraordinary quality move to the upside. And the reason why I say that is because we are due for a metals and mining boom. That's just one. But also, secondly, is every time we go through these inflationary problems back in the 40s, back in the 70s, the ones that finished that decade, say for example the 70s, the 1980s, or the start of 1980s, if you looked back through the 1970s, what was one of the greatest investments? The greatest investment was what? Metals and miners, right? So if I actually, and I'll show you this here. If you go back to this, even on the charts, right? Look at this here. This was what? Look at this here. This was the 70s. So same things, sort of there. The same things are happening time and time again. If you want to know what's going to happen to the economy, what's going to happen to it, just go back in time, guys. Like it's actually quite a simple piece together. Now, the reason why this is so powerful is because on the other side of the printing money, which is probably going to be more like the end of next year, 2025, 2026, we're likely to see some extraordinary quality moves. Therefore, there's going to be some good trading opportunities, but some really good long-term opportunities as well too. So long-term, guys, I'm a massive, massive, massive bull. When I mean long-term, for the rest of this decade. But for a short-term TA level, for short-term trading opportunities, as I said before, I'm just looking for my pattern, and that's how I do well, guys. And I want to finish off with that. If you're trying to be smarter than the markets, and this is my biggest problem, guys, my biggest problem was that in my last 19 years of trading the markets is just trying to be smarter than the markets, trying to guess. I'm not here. Every time I guess something or every time I think something, it just never works out ever. Well, I think this, but when I have a good trading pattern, a good trading setup that's appearing in the markets right now, and follows along with my checklist, right? Then that's what I do, right? That's when I follow that, and I'm not trying to be smart or lucky, and I just follow what I follow. My foundation is my L-shaped pattern, right? Or the upside down L-shaped pattern, up, upside down L-shape, up, upside down L-shape, right? Like when I see that, we start to get that. Now, guys, not every single one that does that and then does that is going to produce an up move like this here. No, right? That's the reason why when I get this pattern, this is the pattern, and then I'm actually looking for my entry signal as well too, right? So if you want to learn more about this for free, guys, again, that first link in the description there, go get free access to that trading course. As soon as you put your email address in the trading course, on the very first page, you're going to learn about the live trading challenge that I'm going to be doing as well too. Plus, also I'm going to teach you more about the actual trading setup, the L-shaped pattern, and the exact candle I'm looking for, so you can qualify it. Because not all that, they don't always then produce a big move up, right? We need to qualify. Okay, now it's likely to start the next move, or if you really want to get help with me on a daily basis, every single day, and see what I'm doing and me there coaching you, if you really want to get like some really intense coaching to really finally sort your trading out, guys, then that second link in the description, go click on that, fill out the application form, and I'll personally call you and to see if we're a good fit and see if I can help you there.